Is there a limit to how long a person can live? Can you achieve immortality or regain your youth? Hi, I'm Zéll-V, your host today for Get Healthy, Get Wealthy. Humans have always been pursuing immortality since the beginning of time. With the advancement of technology, more and more scientific research has poured into this pursuit. But how close are we to the fountain of eternal youth? Today, we have three guests to share their expert opinions on ZèLL-V's latest offering, ZèLL-V NMN. Please welcome Professor Dr. Yo, ZèLL-V Head of Medical, Mr. Michael Wei, Corporate Coach, Dr. Asad, V Clinic Director Medical. Thanks for being with us today. We all know ZèLL-V is well known around the world when it comes to pioneering cellular therapy. So Mr. Michael Wei, who is an expert in skin treatment and cellular therapy with ZèLL-V 30 years of experience, what was the motivation to create this all-new ZèLL-V NMN?
Basically, ZèLL-V, we know that we started the company more than 30 years ago with cellular therapy. The whole concept is to bring health, beauty and vitality to all our customers or people around us. Of course, technology has always been improving. Cellular therapy basically works to enhance the cell function to delay the aging. So we have been working with Germany and Switzerland and our local experts to always explore what is the best and most suitable one for the current customers. NMN is nothing new. It has been in the market for almost 10 years now, since 2013 when Professor Sinclair found this ingredient. So we have been following it, and we feel that the time is right now for us, especially with the advice of our medical experts, that this product, it really works very precisely into the cells area, which are the parts that they need to be treated, and it really helps to give vitality and also possibility of extending the life, and most importantly, live quality life with less illness. ZèLL-V NMN is not just NMN alone, it's a very precise concoction of 4 different ingredients or 4 different technology we put together, and that offer a very complete solution in terms of preventing aging health issues. We are very happy. The product now is ready, and we are able to launch it to our customers and also the society. So hopefully with ZèLL-V NMN, we can bring healthy life or healthy aging to all our customers.
Professor Yo, since Michael mentioned your name, we know that NMN is brought in by you, who happen to be ZèLL-V Head of Medical and an oncologist too. May I know how you knew about NMN and why you brought it to ZèLL-V?
So during my time spent as a visiting Asian scholar at Harvard Medical School, Boston, USA, back in year 2018-19, I came across and learned about NMN as the next big thing in aging research, because back then Harvard University Medical School was a center for Professor David Sinclair, the professor of genetics in Harvard Medical School, who is carrying out quite a landmark research on this NMN. NMN itself has been shown to boost up the level of NAD, which is the very essential molecules with the key functions of well over 400 metabolic reactions. So we knew that when NAD levels decline with age, it links up with a number of aging conditions in animals and humans. And we also find that with increasing level of NAD with NMN, will improve the conditions. The decline, the reduction of NAD levels, also heavily linked to age-related human diseases. Recent NMN studies from Harvard, Washington University, even some medical schools in Japan, showing that supplementing with NMN or improving NMN synthesis that might prolong or promoting health and also longevity in humans.
With the advancement of technology, is that a glimmer of hope that we could prevent the aging?
Yeah, that's correct. Recent study published in the Nature, one of the top academic journals, saying that scientists has successfully reversing the aging site of animals. So that probably signaling that there's a possible that we might able to reprogram some difficult or complicated tissues into a younger stage. That might lead to maybe finding a fountain of youth.
After the findings were published, there was a surge of interest in this topic. Top scientific organizations and scientists have poured resources onto NMN research. Is that right?
Yes, that's true. So apart from Nature, some of the top academic journals like Science and Journals or Cells, this publicized the efficacy of NMN that showing they can delaying aging process, increasing or repairing the DNA processes, boosting up the metabolism level, protecting heart and the blood vessels, and increasing the vitality, and also improving the sleeping quality. So that's amazing.
Truly is amazing. However, it is inevitable that at one of us age, from birth, adulthood to elderhood, our bodily function deteriorating and slow down with time. However, we have seen lately there is a rise in the popularity of NMN-based NAD+ supplements. Some of them even call it the star product when it comes to age prevention. So what is this NMN and what is this NAD+? Maybe Dr. Asad could give our viewers a brief introduction.
This topic excites me so much that I might be able to speak whole night and whole day.
Okay.
But I'll try to summarize it as effectively as possible. So to answer my question, right? Some cars can last very long, some cars do not. Why? They all have petrol, right? And petrol is freely available, but some cars break down and some cars don't. That's because the owner takes care of the car very well. We are not very different from the cars, right? So now you mentioned the word NAD. NAD means nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide. For example, do you eat salad?
Yes, I do.
All right, that's salad. It has to go inside your stomach, and it has to break down. And when it breaks down, it goes to three processes: glycolysis, Krebs cycle, and electron transport chain. Only then it breaks down into something that is called ATP. ATP, let's take it as Ringgit Malaysia. The more money you have, the more power you have. So the salad that you eat is going to break down and goes through those three cycles and break down into ATP. And the magic word is glucose. So when you have ATP, it's a chemical product. So chemical product will need chemical reaction. NAD is one of those helper that turns your salad into energy. So the more NAD you have, the better power you have. But as we age, it decreases in number. That's where M&M comes in. M&M is like a precursor to NAD. So you give M&M, in the body you have more NAD, and NAD will convert your salad into more effective ATP, more money, more petrol, car goes for a longer time.
All right. As you have mentioned, NAD is now regarded as the precursor of NAD+. Is it possible for us to get NMN that we need from other sources?
Let me take another example of vitamin D. Vitamin D, everybody says you can get from the sun, right? But you need to be totally naked for 1 hour in the sun to get that. And then they say it needs to be early morning sun. Similar example is this one. If you go out seeking vitamin D from the sun, you will get it. You will get it maybe at this level. But for a good immunity, you need this level. By scientific research, right? You need about 150 to 300 milligram per day. Take another example. If you eat avocado, sometime by the time you go buy and come home, it's already overripe. Broccoli, yes, pretty good. If you can eat that much of broccoli, about 4 kgs of broccoli every day, perfect. And then the soil that the broccoli is grown in, you have to see all those effects before saying that food is enough. Food is enough for survival, but these kind of supplements are very necessary so that you have enough of it to survive in a healthy aging manner.
Gotcha. From what I learned, Zèll-V uses fork position technology to counter the effect of aging and prevent diseases. Care to share some more information on this?
Okay, basically Zèll-V NMN is not with only one ingredient alone. It's always the concept of Zèll-V that optimum health cannot be achieved with only one product, one treatment, or one technology. You need a combination of few. So NMN is a very fantastic ingredient in terms of DNA repair, slow down the shortening of our telomere, which is our at the end of our chromosome. That will help to extend our life and also prevent some of the aging diseases. But the current environment, because of stress, because of radiation, because of living environment, the food we eat, a lot of people are having health issues affected by free radicals. And also, I think Prof. Yeo will agree with me, basically a lot of us are facing inflammation problem, especially cancer. Inflammation is the roots to all cancers, So you see, if you want to have a healthy aging, you cannot just rely on one technology. So that's why we put 4 technology inside. One is anti-aging using NMN, which in the end give you NAD, which in the end give you ATP. And at the same time, it give you the energy for your survival, even for your body movement, your brain thinking, everything, you need the energy. So NMN is able to do that. So that is one part for anti-aging. Whereas for anti-inflammation, we need astaxanthin. Astaxanthin is actually from the so-called algae. It actually has very good free radicals and also anti-inflammation. And then we also use resveratrol, which is very popular because we talk about drinking wine, red wine. You need to drink about 100 glasses of red wine to get a little bit of resveratrol. So we put in resveratrol and we put in astaxanthin. And another one which is very popular aging issue is what we call Alzheimer, or sometimes our weak memory as we grow older. So we also put in this ingredient, patented, French ingredient patented, we call it memophenol. It's actually a polyphenol, which is actually very good in your cell's function, the synapse, with the increase and the speed of the synapse, and improve your brain function to possibly delay or prevent Alzheimer or dementia. So you see, because aging, we have all these so-called inflammation problem, free radical attack, and causing us a lot of premature aging, and then we have memory loss. So this is why we put 4 technology together in one product, which is actually exclusively only available in Zèll-V NMN.
In this case, NMN is indeed an anti-aging product that the world should get excited about. But how would NMN vitalize our cells with energy? Let's hear it from Professor Yeo after the break. How would NMN vitalize our cells with energy?
So cells is very important to our human bodies. Brain, nervous system, liver, heart are all rely on NMN to generate enough energy, cellular energy, to make our cell function normally. So when we're getting all this energy, the cells will be able to replicate, repair, and rejuvenate itself. If that not happen, our organs will deteriorate and die off quite easily. If that's happening, the energy that produced by the cells will be able to function quite normally, that can delaying the aging process in our body, and that in task will preventing diseases that normally is associated with the aging. So how do we improve or increase the level of NAD in our cells that might provide the necessary energy to our mitochondria, the generator of the cells? That can be achieved through exercise, diet, and NAD supplement, which is NMN. When the NMN helps the cells to create more energy through these NAD processes, our cells will become more younger, our organs become healthier, then our skin will become more radiant and supple. Then in ourselves, we will look more youthful from within. Subsequently, our body will become more energetic, with memories and other physical parts of the body become more improving. There's almost return to the youth state. So in itself, ZèLL-V NMN is a perfect holistic supplement.
It's great to hear that ZèLL-V has this exclusive formula, but is it well recognized?
Oh, of course. Basically, you see the ingredient that we use, we put together, first of all, worldwide research. You know, there's a lot of talks and said about all these ingredients. Like for example, NMN. 2013, when Professor Sinclair discovered this ingredient. At the same time, NASA, you know, the space so-called authority from USA, they really watched this because I read somewhere in the 60s, the first astronaut, when they go to the space, they came back, the leg had to amputate. Because the thing is, because the flow of blood to the leg, you know, is not there because there's no gravity. All right, and then there's a lot of those, the so-called the tissue being dead. So NASA have been watching this. So that's why NASA even awarded NMN this ingredient with their iTech Top 10 awards as one of the most powerful discovery in ingredients. Yeah, that's why they are looking into 2025. All the astronauts, when they fly to the air, they have to bring along with them. You know, so this is to prevent them from the radiation of the cosmic ray, because when you go up in the space, there's no protection.
Right.
Basically, you are facing a lot of radiation. So they have to protect them. At the same time, help them to improve the body function so that the tissue repair is there. You know, so that they don't have those health problem which was faced years ago by the first group of astronauts. The formulation we have created for this whole product is something that we are very happily, we could own it ourselves.
But I do have some question on your ingredients that I can hardly pronounce the term. Maybe Dr. Assad can help me out. The 4 terms that Mike has mentioned earlier.
Before I go into explaining the terms that Michael used, which were basically to reduce inflammation, to age healthy, right? And the term mitochondria. Basically, I just come down to the crux of it. Mitochondria is your battery. Your phone has a battery,
Right.
and if the battery runs out, the phone dies.
Yes, correct.
Mitochondria is that battery. Inside that battery, there's a chemical reaction going on 24 hours a day. And where are those mitochondria? They are situated in your cells. And where are those cells? Those cells are in your tissues. Where are those tissues? Those tissues are in your muscles. Where are those muscles? Those muscles are in your organs. Where are those organs? They are in your body. Where is your body? Here we are. So every organ, each cell of that organ has individual mitochondria. And that's where NMN will go as a precursor to NAD and NAD+. And it helps in production of ATP inside that mitochondria, and that gives energy. Now, for example, why do some people get diabetes? Why do some people get hypertension? Basically because if your liver is not working very well, if the mitochondria of each cell in the liver is not working very well, you might end up with diabetes. And then the word inflammation. So if I have a mitochondria inside the cell and it is working very nicely, so where does the inflammation come from? Inflammation, in a very simple term, is stress. Stress. And where is the stress? Stress is in your blood. Blood is taking hormones, nutrients, minerals, vitamins to the organs. But if you have a lot of free radicals, if you have a lot of sugar, glucose, then that will cause stress to that organ where the blood is going. And that stress is what we like to call as inflammation. So what Michael was talking about, there are certain things that can actually reduce inflammation. And one of them is inside the NMN that we're talking about. And where does it work? Works in mitochondria, which is our battery. So we need to charge it. Where is the charger? NMN is your charger.
Wow. NMN is indeed impressive to say the least. It gives us the energy to regain our confidence and gives us the boost to cultivate the lifestyle we all deserve. Thank you so much, Michael, Professor Yo, and Dr. Asad for sharing so much health information with us today. We have learned a lot from it. Humankind has been pursuing immortality for the longest time. The advancement of technology has pushed the boundaries of anti-aging technology significantly. Finally, there is a glimmer of hope in this age-old pursuit of ours. Hopefully, in the near future, living healthily to 120 years old is no longer impossible.